Hi, this is a tutorial on how to use HTML and CSS. HTML is Hypertext Markup Language. The proper definition for HTML is a standardized system for tagging text files to achieve font, color, graphic, and hyperlink effects on World Wide Web pages. For this tutorial, I will use the application Notepad++. When you open Notepad, start with the following codes which are on my screen. They're the basics. You always have to have them in your code. When you open a tag, you must always close it. So put a slash to close it. And remember, use each header only once. The head section is where info about the page goes. The body section is where the actual content, which is shown to the user, goes. Between the head section goes the title section, so you can just insert some text there, like it has been showed on my screen. Next, to see if it works, save it as an HTML file. I'm going to call mine index.html. Remember that when you save it, don't use spaces. Look, it turned blue. That means it's worked. Let's test it. As you can see, the top bit says hi, which is a text that I have put into my code. Next, we need to add some content. Usually, the first thing you put into a website is a title. HTML has some handy heading tags like H1. H1 makes the biggest heading. We have H1 to H6. H6 is the smallest and H1 is the biggest. I'll call my heading, "This is a tutorial." Let's see if it worked. Save it first and then refresh the page. Next, we need to leave it to space, so let's add a line break. The tag for a line break is BR. To add an image, first search for it on Google. Then click View Image and copy the URL. Then paste the URL between the code image src equals to quotation marks. Then save it and refresh the page to see if it's worked. Now let's try and change the background color. Insert the tags body bg color equals hashtag. Make sure you spell color C-O-L-O-R, the American way. Color codes are very different. In HTML, there are 3 primary colors, which are blue, red, and green. Highest level is FF, so FFFFFF would make white, and black would be 000000. It's very hard to make different shades of colors because there are lots of possibilities. So you can use websites to help, like the one on my screen. Let's say I want to use a shade of blue. I would copy the code and then paste it between the hashtag. Then I'd save it, and then let's see if it worked. Now let's try to change the style. Insert the tags font color, size, and face. I'm choosing FFFFFF, which will make white. This is how it would look. You can use comments as well to help you remember things when you next use it. So to add notes for the code writer, insert the tags like I've done on my screen. If it goes green, then it means it has worked. Then create a folder called my_website. In it, put your index.html file, and then make a new file on Notepad and call it styles.css. CSS is basically a style sheet language used for describing the look and formatting of a document, which is written in a markup language. It is the abbreviation for cascading style sheets. The codes are different in CSS. For example, the code on the screen will make the text in H1 on the left and the background color blue. Back to HTML now. Let's put a link into our own website. The codes used Code used to put a link into your website is ahref, then put your link in, quotation marks, and close. Then we have to put some text in, so that the person viewing your website can click the text and it will be directed straight to the website, which you have linked. Then close the tag with an A. This is how it would look. This was a very basic and simple tutorial on how to create a website in a short amount of time. I hope you learned something and will be able to create a website of your own. Thanks for watching. By Jaahnvi Shastri, ALC.